Alright, I want to do this blog real quick on dogs before I start my workout in the gym, right? A lot of people have dogs, right? I'm going to disregard, like, everybody else. I'm going to keep it because, I'm black, so not being racist, but I'm going to keep it on the black situation, right? In the 1800s, the early 40s, 50s, and 60s in America, dogs was used to attack black people. You know what I'm saying? You can see old Martin Luther King footage when they used to water hose the black people down. They used to sick dogs on us, let the dogs eat us, bite us, whatever it may be, right? A lot of black people didn't start possessing dogs until like the early 60s when they had the heroin kingpins and, some of the bougie or the bourgeois, upper bourgeois, rich black people started getting dogs, right? Now, in my theory and in my aspect, according to my understanding, a dog is only utilized for two reasons: hunting and protecting. So like if you go on hunting or if you're tracking down something, the dogs, they have good noses. They can adhere to various scents and stuff like that, right? Now, protection, dogs, they can detect unseen forces according to certain theories. They can see things that the human eye can't see. And then their hearing is good and their smell is good and their senses is good. So for protection, a dog will bark, they'll let you know when something is around or, when danger's heading or something foreign or something strange, right? So those are the two purposes I feel dogs serve, protection and hunting, right? Other than that, I feel dogs don't serve no purpose, right? You have people that buy dogs, especially even a lot of black women. They'll buy poodles and dogs and shih tzus. And I think that came about after the trend of Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan, when like the rich so-called trust fund kids or bratty white kids, stars and celebs was having little poodles and shih tzus and stuff. A lot of black women started implementing that characteristic and they started having little dogs and stuff like that. We know dudes in the 80s and the 70s, black dudes always had pit bulls. The drug dealers always had pit bulls because they did pit bull fights and stuff like that. But so outside of that concept and aspect, a lot of dogs, dogs is filthy, they dirty, right? Dogs, if a human take a shit and then don't wipe their ass, eventually their ass will start itching. They get, because the bacteria build up, the contamination. Their ass will start itching. They can get an infection. Same thing with a baby. If a baby take a shit and you don't clean them fast enough, they get a rash. The babies can get a rash. Same thing with urine. If a baby piss in a pamper and you don't clean them fast enough, the urine, the bacteria, the toxins, it can affect the skin. So, even with men, when a man urinate, he's supposed to wipe himself with like a wet rag or a wet wipe, or, he's supposed to get the impurities off, because that's a hygienic situation. So, the average dog, when they piss, nobody wipes that dog. Nobody wipes him with a tissue. The dog don't wipe itself. When an average dog take a shit, nobody wipes the dog ass. The dog don't wipe itself. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that. So, the bacteria builds up. A dog might drag his ass on the ground, but the ground is dirty also, right? So when dogs take shits, dogs don't wipe their ass. That same dog will climb in your bed, climb on your couch, you know what I'm saying, and lick your kids. After the dog probably licked his own ass or licked his own private spots, which has the toxins from the urine or the bacteria from the feces, right? So a lot of dogs is impure. They very unhygienic. You have people that say, dogs is cleaner than humans. That's a fucking lie. They say, dogs is man's best friend. It ain't the black man's best friend. And this is not racism. Dog is white man's best friend. They utilize them and they serve a greater purpose to them. I never seen throughout history where they really serve a purpose for us, right? So, these dogs carry bacteria and toxins. They don't wipe their ass. They don't wipe their penis or their vagina after they piss. So all this stuff still float around, microscopic particles and fecal matter and things like that. But, black people still buy these dogs. The average person in the hood, they'd buy a dog and come outside or let the dog shit outside their building. Or let the dog shit right in their neighborhood and contaminate their own neighborhood, right? So these feces and all this dog shit, when it dries up, it starts and it starts combining with the air, right? And when you inhale this dog feces and stuff like that, it can infect the brain. You know what I'm saying? When the shit churns, when it's no longer moist and it turns like hard and brittle and it becomes like dust and powder. This can affect your brain. When you inhale this, the stuff go to your head. And it can leave microscopic particles on the brain. I forgot what it's called, but it contaminates the brain. You can research it. Y'all can, I don't got a spoon feed y'all. Y'all can research it and look it up, right? So a lot of dogs, dogs is not really good. They really don't serve no purpose outside of hunting or protecting. And a person shouldn't have a dog in their own living quarters. A dog should be a dog should have his own private dog house, his own separate place of residence and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What up, big brother? All right, blessings, king, love is love. A dog should have his own place of residence, his own living quarters, and etc. It shouldn't be living in your house amongst your kids and stuff like that. Another thing, dogs have good sense of smell, right? So when the average woman is on her menstrual cycle, or when she's ovulating, or when she's horny, a dog can detect that. They can smell it. They can smell when the period blood is coming, when the menstrual cycle is coming. They can smell, the ovulation, because when the woman ovulates, the eggs come down, right? So they can smell the horniness and, the secretions of the vagina. You probably think they can't, but they can smell this. So now the dog try to subliminally, rub between the woman's legs and come up on her and rub beside her. And the average woman, they ain't dissecting and shit because they not thinking far. They don't have the critical thinking skills or the hindsight or deeper thought to visualize this, right? So this dog knows what's going on, so he try to get between her legs and cuddle with her or play with her so he can get a stronger smell of that whiff, That's no good, man. Dogs, dog is more bad with them than good. And I want to say one other thing that I'm probably forgetting real quick. I don't edit my videos, so I'm really showing you like I'm thinking, I'm brainstorming. Another thing, a lot of dogs be jealous of babies. It was a big thing in the 80s and the early 90s when I was growing up. When people had dogs, the dogs bit their kids and all that because the dogs got jealous of the baby because he was loving the baby more than them. So dogs is jealous creatures also. They're very jealous creatures and they funny. Syphilis also comes from dogs. A lot of people indulged, during the dark ages and, when people was living in caves or whatever it may be. Even now, people practice bestiality and they have sex with dogs. You can find tons of videos on the internet and if you Google it and stuff with women getting fucked by German shepherds or women putting peanut butter on their vagina and letting pugs and poodles lick their vagina. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. Like, this world is demonic. So when I see women with dogs most of the time, I be like, yo, this dog is like probably engaging in dark deeds and evil characteristics and evil actions with this person. Like, this probably be far-fetched, but this is how my mind think. So anyway, to wrap it up and make a long story short too, dogs cough a lot, right? That's called a kennel cough. When a dog coughs and we inhale that, the same way trees let off oxygen and we breathe out carbon monoxide, but the dogs inhale our carbon monoxide and we inhale their oxygen. Like, it's like a fair exchange. The same thing with dogs. When they cough, that kennel cough, and we inhale that shit from their cough, that shit can infect us and that shit can cause all type of diseases in our body and our body, have negative responses and bacteria. This was just a brief blog because I'm in the gym, I'm about to work out. So I know I owe y'all this blog because I told y'all I was going to do it when I shared a post to a lot of my Instagram friends about dogs sleeping in your bed and stuff like that. Oh, one last thing. The average dog contains, the majority of them always contain 2 to 3 funguses and 10 to 12 bacterias. Y'all can look that up. So dogs have bacteria and they have funguses with them. The most dogs average 2 to 3 funguses and 8 to 12 bacterias. So y'all can research that. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Iron Sheik, Army of Allah, War General, G'd up from the feet up, official tissue down to the bone gristle. Intelligence, rule over negative nonsense, wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. Iron Warlord, signing off. Uno.